9 breakfast cereals are quietly damaging your health right now. And the worst part, most of them are marketed as the healthy choice. We are talking hidden sugar that spikes your blood sugar before 9 in the morning, salt that works against your blood pressure medication, additives that interfere with the tablets your doctor prescribed, and one cereal so dangerous it can stop your medication from working altogether. Today on TruthCart UK, we expose 9 cereals you need to stop buying and reveal the 2 that are genuinely safe. Stay until the end. This could change how you shop forever. Starting at number 9, Kellogg's Crunchy Nut Corn Flakes. That golden caramel coating, the sweet nutty smell when you open the box. Kellogg's markets crunchy nut as an irresistible treat that still counts as breakfast. Happy families. Premium packaging. Television adverts showing people unable to resist another bowl. Here is what they do not show you. A single 30-gram serving contains over 11 grams of sugar. That is more than a chocolate digestive biscuit. And almost nobody pours 30 grams. Consumer research shows most British adults pour between 50 and 70 grams, nearly double or triple the suggested amount. A realistic bowl delivers 20 to 25 grams of sugar before you have left the breakfast table. For anyone managing type 2 diabetes, that sugar hit can destabilize your blood glucose levels for the entire day. And if you are on medication like metformin, the spike interferes with how your body processes the drug. Your carefully prescribed dosage gets undermined by what is in that shiny box. The hidden salt adds another layer of risk. Crunchy nut contains around 0.4 grams of sodium per serving. For anyone on blood pressure medication, that extra salt quietly pushes your numbers up, making your tablets work harder than they should. And those honey-roasted peanuts on the front of the box. They have been heat-treated, sugar-glazed, and processed until they bear almost no resemblance to actual nuts. They can trigger inflammation, a problem that builds slowly and silently day after day. At number 8, Nestle Cheerios. The heart symbol on the box. The whole grain messaging. Nestle positions Cheerios as a cardiovascular ally, and millions of British households believe them. But UK Cheerios contains significantly more sugar than its American counterpart. A standard serving delivers around 5 grams, and the flavored varieties push much higher. Honey Cheerios can exceed 8 grams per bowl. Chocolate Cheerios are worse still. Seniors choosing Cheerios specifically for heart health are being misled. The excess sugar increases triglyceride levels and promotes arterial inflammation, contributing to the exact conditions the packaging implies it protects against. The whole grain claims deserve scrutiny too. Yes, oats are present, but the processing required to create those perfect little rings strips away much of the fiber benefit. Once they hit your digestive system, they behave more like simple carbohydrate than whole grain, spiking blood sugar rather than sustaining energy. There is also a hidden phosphorus problem. Processed cereals like Cheerios often contain phosphorus additives to maintain texture and shelf life. These do not always appear clearly on the label. For anyone with reduced kidney function, those additives accumulate faster than your body can eliminate them, causing further damage over time. Number 7. Kellogg's Special K Original. For decades, Special K has been the dieter's cereal. Slim packaging, calorie counts front and center. Women in fitted clothes feeling confident. The Special K challenge encouraged people to replace meals with cereal to lose weight. Millions of British women trusted it as a responsible breakfast choice. The reality is far less flattering. Special K contains around 4.5 grams of sugar per 30-gram serving, a portion barely anyone actually pours. Double or triple that, and your sugar intake follows accordingly. But the bigger problem is what Special K lacks. It is deliberately low in fat and protein. That combination means it digests rapidly, spikes blood sugar, and leaves you genuinely hungry within hours. With barely 1 gram of fiber per serving, there is nothing to slow digestion or provide lasting fullness. Seniors who choose Special K expecting sustained energy find themselves reaching for snacks by mid-morning. The calorie reduction at breakfast gets cancelled out and often exceeded by increased eating later in the day. For anyone on statins, there is an additional concern. Rapid blood sugar fluctuations stress the liver, which is already working to process your cholesterol medication. Some research suggests that high glycemic breakfasts may reduce statin effectiveness. You take your tablet, eat your Special K, and quietly undermine your own treatment. Number 6. Weetabix. This one surprises people. Weetabix is a British institution. 2 biscuits in a bowl. Your parents ate it. Your grandparents ate it. The wholesome wheat fields on the packaging. The plain, honest simplicity. Surely something this boring must be safe, but blandness is not the same as safety. 2 Weetabix biscuits contain around 0.27 grams of sodium per portion. That sounds small, until you consider that many seniors eat Weetabix every single day, sometimes twice daily. Add a slice of toast with butter, and you have consumed a concerning percentage of your daily salt limit before 9 in the morning. Your blood pressure medication is fighting against a salt load you never suspected. The texture raises separate concerns. Those dry compressed biscuits absorb liquid rapidly and expand significantly in your stomach. For seniors with digestive sensitivities, irritable bowel syndrome, or those recovering from bowel surgery, that expansion causes real discomfort. Bloating, gas, and irregular bowel movements can all follow from a cereal that promised gentle fiber. The vitamins and minerals listed on the box are also largely synthetic, added back after the manufacturing process destroys the nutrients naturally present in wheat. Your body absorbs synthetic nutrients differently from those found in real food. The impressive percentages on the label mean far less once digestion actually occurs. Number 5. Kellogg's Frosties. Tony the Tiger has been roaring across British television screens for over 60 years. The frosted corn flakes, the childhood nostalgia, grandparents buying Frosties when the grandchildren visit. The habit runs deep, and it could be costing you your health. Frosties contain over 11 grams of sugar per 30-gram serving, placing them among the most sugar-dense cereals on any British supermarket shelf. Pour a realistic bowl of 50 to 60 grams, and you approach 20 to 25 grams of sugar before breakfast is finished. The NHS recommends no more than 30 grams of free sugars per day for adults. A generous bowl of Frosties can consume most of that allowance in one sitting. For anyone with type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, the morning blood sugar spike cascades through your entire day. Energy crashes follow as insulin overcompensates. Cravings intensify. Insulin resistance worsens over time as your pancreas works harder and harder. High sugar intake also promotes systemic inflammation throughout the body. For seniors with arthritis, heart disease, or chronic pain, this amplifies symptoms noticeably. Joints ache more. Recovery takes longer. Healing slows. That morning bowl echoes through your body for hours. The iron fortification Kellogg's adds presents an unexpected risk too. Your body loses the ability to excrete excess iron efficiently as you age. Accumulated iron has been linked to increased heart disease risk, liver damage, and possible connections to cognitive decline. What looks like a nutritional benefit on the label may actively harm seniors who are already consuming other fortified foods or taking supplements. Number 4. Nestle Shreddies. Small woven squares of wheat. The brown color suggests whole grain nutrition. The texture suggests substance. Many seniors wary of obviously sugary cereals turn to Shreddies as a safer alternative. The numbers tell a different story. Shreddies contain around 4.7 grams of sugar per serving, not catastrophic in isolation, but the serving size of 40 grams is one that few people actually follow. Add semi-skimmed milk with its own natural sugars, add fruit or honey as many people do, and the sensible bowl becomes considerably less sensible. The bigger concern is glycemic response. Despite the whole grain appearance, Shreddies break down quickly during digestion. The industrial process that creates those distinctive woven squares disrupts the wheat's natural structure. Your digestive enzymes convert the starches to glucose faster than genuine whole grains would allow. Blood sugar rises sharply, not the gradual rise you would expect from real whole grain food. For seniors on blood pressure or cholesterol medication, these spikes stress your cardiovascular system in ways you cannot feel, but that cause cumulative damage over months and years. The Cocoa Shreddies variant is worth a specific mention. Sugar content climbs to 8.5 grams per serving. Seniors who buy them for visiting grandchildren often help themselves to a bowl, transferring the sugar problem without realizing it. Number 3. Kellogg's Corn Flakes. No frosting, no chocolate, no cartoon mascots, just plain golden flakes in that iconic green box. Created in 1894 as a health food, over 130 years on the British breakfast table, surely corn flakes must be beyond criticism. Unfortunately, simplicity is not the same as safety, and history does not make something healthy. Corn flakes have one of the highest glycemic index scores of any breakfast cereal, approximately 81. Pure glucose scores 100. White bread scores around 75. Corn flakes raise your blood sugar almost as rapidly as eating spoonfuls of sugar directly. For seniors with diabetes, pre-diabetes, or metabolic syndrome, this is deeply problematic. The insulin surges that follow promote insulin resistance over time. Weight gain concentrates around the abdomen. Cardiovascular strain increases. The salt content surprises most people. A serving of corn flakes contains around 0.38 grams of salt, more than Frosties. Plain corn cereal needs that sodium because processing removes natural flavor and salt compensates. Seniors managing hypertension consume this hidden salt every morning, believing they have made a safe, conservative choice. The fortification also creates risk. Significant amounts of B vitamins are added during processing. If you also take supplements, eat other fortified foods, or drink energy drinks, you may be consuming excessive B6 consistently. Over time, too much B6 causes nerve damage, peripheral neuropathy that creates numbness, tingling, and pain in the hands and feet. Seniors already prone to neuropathy from diabetes face amplified risk. Number 2. Quaker Oats So Simple Original, convenient sachets, warm porridge in 2 minutes. Wholesome oat field imagery. The trustworthy Quaker man. Quaker has built its reputation on the idea that instant porridge delivers the same benefits as traditional oats. That reputation is not deserved. Instant is not the same as healthy. The processing required to make oats cook in 2 minutes dramatically changes how your body responds to them. Traditional oats release energy slowly because the intact grain structure forces your digestive enzymes to work gradually. Instant oats have been cut smaller, steamed at high temperatures, rolled thinner, and dried until the cellular structure is broken down. The starches become immediately accessible. Blood sugar rises quickly, far more quickly than traditional oats would allow. The glycemic index of instant oats can approach 80. Steel-cut oats score around 50. That gap matters enormously for metabolic health. Then there is the sodium. Oats So Simple Original contains around 0.25 grams of salt per sachet. Seniors on low-sodium diets consume this hidden salt without realizing their healthy breakfast is working against their cardiovascular goals. The flavored varieties are far worse. Golden syrup flavor contains over 12 grams of sugar. The wholesome oat image gets borrowed by what is nutritionally closer to a dessert than a breakfast. And the beta-glucan fiber Quaker promotes for heart health. It exists, but processing reduces its effectiveness significantly. Beta-glucan works best within intact oat structures that slow digestion. In instant form, it passes through more quickly, providing less of the cholesterol, lowering benefit the marketing promises. And at number 1. Kellogg's All-Bran Original. This will genuinely shock most viewers. All-Bran has been recommended by doctors, trusted by seniors, and positioned as practically medicinal for decades. High fiber, digestive support, gut health. Health professionals routinely suggest increasing fiber intake, and All-Bran appears to be the obvious solution. The hidden dangers are serious and almost nobody talks about them. Yes, All-Bran contains around 11 grams of fiber per serving, but the type of fiber matters. All-Bran's fiber comes primarily from wheat bran, the outer layer stripped during flour production. This is predominantly insoluble fiber that passes through your digestive tract largely intact. For the roughly 1 in 3 people over 60 who have diverticulitis, insoluble fiber worsens symptoms rather than improving them. It irritates the pouches that form in the colon wall. Inflammation increases. Pain worsens. What was meant to help causes harm. The sodium content is around 0.4 grams per serving, higher than Crunchy Nut, higher than Frosties, from a cereal seniors eat daily specifically because they believe it is healthy. But the most serious issue is how All-Bran interacts with medication. Wheat bran fiber binds to active ingredients in your stomach and carries them out of your body before they can be absorbed. Thyroid medications like levothyroxine are particularly affected. Seniors who take their tablets with breakfast and eat All-Bran may be receiving a reduced dose without knowing it. Their thyroid levels stay unstable despite taking their medication exactly as prescribed. Heart medications including digoxin can also be affected. Some blood thinners absorb less completely. Certain antibiotics pass through unused. Kellogg's does not warn about this on the box. A gap of at least 2 hours should separate high-fiber cereals and medication. But most people have never been told this. Months of careful medical management get quietly undermined every morning. Now for the 2 cereals that actually deserve a place in your kitchen. Safe pick 1. Shredded Wheat Original by Nestle. 1 ingredient, whole grain wheat. No added sugar, no added salt, no artificial preservatives, no fortification overload. Just wheat pressed, shredded, and baked. The ingredient list is the product. Shredded wheat has the lowest glycemic index of any major UK cereal. The large intact wheat pieces force your digestive enzymes to work slowly. Blood sugar rises gradually and stays stable for hours. No spikes, no crashes, no insulin surges. For seniors on medication, there are minimal interaction risks. Nothing in the cereal competes with your tablets for absorption. Take your medication, wait 30 minutes, eat your breakfast safely. The sodium content is essentially zero. If you are managing hypertension, shredded wheat does not contribute to your daily salt load. Your breakfast works with your treatment rather than against it. Safe pick 2. Dorset cereals, simply delicious muesli, whole oats, wheat flakes, barley flakes, raisins, sultanas, and toasted coconut. No added sugar, no added salt, no artificial anything. Every ingredient is a real food you could identify without a chemistry degree. The combination of whole grains provides slow-release energy that keeps blood sugar stable throughout the morning. Oats, wheat, and barley each digest at slightly different rates, creating sustained energy rather than a single spike. The natural sweetness from dried fruit satisfies without overwhelming. For anyone managing diabetes, this is real flavor without the danger. Dorset Cereals manufactures in Dorset under strict quality standards, with transparency about sourcing that larger multinationals rarely match. No hidden phosphorus additives, no processing aids buried in the small print. What you see on the label is genuinely what you eat. The solution was always available. You just needed to know what to look for. Check your cupboard right now. If what you have just heard shocked you, hit like so more people across Britain see this. Drop a comment below which cereal surprised you most. Share this with anyone who deserves to know what is really in their breakfast bowl. TruthCart UK, because the label never tells the whole story.